Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my bookshelf tour. So this is pretty much my favorite novels up here, and they're mostly YA, like well-known novels. And then here is kind of like the more, I just organized these books kind of like by color because they were all pretty dark. There's a little bit of contemporary in here, and there's also fantasy and sci-fi dystopian, and then there's just a bunch of stuff in here. There's also like some historical, and then down here is mostly my contemporary, but they were all mostly the most colorful books that I have. Okay, so be right back. For anybody who has ever watched the movie The Dark Crystal or the TV show The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, and I'm pretty sure I made a review about it, but this is one of the characters in the TV show, and the movie and the show are my favorite show, and this is Rion, I believe, and he's Gelfling, and he is so cute and adorable, and I feel like he just fits very well on my bookshelf. I keep forgetting to be in frame, but yeah, he's so adorable. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put him down here so that we don't get too much interference. Anyway, so then I have my little mason jar that I painted my first year of college, and I know it looks ugly. I don't really like it, but what you gonna do? Anyway, so this just holds all my bookmarks, but I can point out some of my favorites to you guys. Like, I really love this one. It's a metal one, and it just says 50 books to read before you die, and then it just has a list of all the books. Book definition as a bookmark. And I also have a musical note one that says, magic gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Plato. And I have another one which I use a lot, which is the free spirit follows the path of the lone wolf. I found this one in a book one time. And then I also have this one, which is Picasso's Starry Night. I also do like this one, which is just Random Global Studies. One of my favorite pens of all time is this pen that looks like a feather, and I got it at one of my favorite bookstores, and I believe they closed down just in that location, so yeah. But this little book that you cannot, their library version copy of Jane Eyre. There's a local bookstore near me. I feel like all these books are gonna fall down. There's a local bookstore near me, and some of the books that I own, I got them from them. I don't really buy from them all that much because they are a little bit pricey, but these are just Shakespeare plays that I really want to read. And I also own another copy of Romeo and Juliet. I'm not sure if these one, yeah, this one has Romeo and Juliet in it, but I have another copy of it that I got in high school because they made us buy all of our books. It's so funny because I've bought books from high school, but not from college. And then this is another book that I bought, that I got at my local library. I recently had bought a lot of books. I buy books either from small business shops. On rare occasions, I'll buy them from Barnes & Noble if I really, really, really want them. Sometimes I will also do Book Depository, but I don't like paying for shipping. And more often than not, I tend to go look at like my local library if they're gonna have like a book sale. So this is one of those books, and it is called Candy, and I have no idea what it's about because I haven't read it, and I think I bought it almost a year ago. Yeah, and it's by Kevin Brooks, and it just looked really interesting, and I liked the cover. And yes, I'm the type of person who sometimes picks out books because of the cover. I also read the synopsis, don't worry, and I also do read like the first page or so. And then this book I don't own. So a majority of the books that are on this bookcase I don't own. This one's a textbook, but I did really enjoy this book. It's Monster by Myers Dean. It's a really, really, really great book, and I highly recommend it. I don't think I'm going to be doing a review on it just because, like I said, I don't take notes, and I need to start doing that, but also because I suck at doing, like, recaps of novels. But it's a really great book. It's about a boy. It reminds me of the TV show The Last of Us. Not The Last of Us. The TV show When They See Us. But it's about a boy who is being convicted for a murder, and it's told through his perspective, but it's also told through like a his like a screenplay slash his inner mind perspective. So it switches points of view, and like throughout the whole entire time you're just wondering, like, is he innocent, is he not? So yeah, this is a book that my friend gave me, and I have no idea what it's about, but it's Birds of a Feather. And yeah, I like the cover, but I don't know what it's about. And this book, I actually just finished reading. This book I also don't own, but I will currently own in the future because I want to buy it. I'm probably going to buy it after the class is over, but I just finished it today, and it's Ready Player One, and I really want to watch the movie again. I had actually watched the movie before I read the book, not knowing that it was a book. But it's a really, really great book, and I'm so surprised that this book came out like not too long ago. And I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it, and it's a really great book. It's just about how technology will eventually take over our lives through video games. It's very like 80s to 90s kind of stuff, and also just like it's very not cliche, but like it just brings up a lot of references from like video games. Anyway, so then we have one of my favorite authors, and this is my second copy of her work, and it is a memoir, and I don't really read a lot of biographies just because I don't like reading them because it makes me feel sad, because a lot of times biographies have like traumatic events in them to make them a little bit interesting, and anyway, so I read this book in high school, and I bought the copy of it because we had to keep the physical copy. But anyway, so my friend gave me her version. And I'm so sad because I'm like, no, I wanted you to read this. I don't think she read it. It's a really great novel. And I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this book either. It's The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. They made a movie out of it, and I can't remember what the actor's name is. But he also played Haymitch in the Hunger Games. I can't remember what his name is, but he plays her father. He played her father so good. Yeah, it's a really, really great novel. I love it. It's amazing. And then she also came out with another one, which is part 2, and it is called Half Broke Horses. And pretty much the story, I have not read the second book, but I really want to read it. And I might annotate it. But anyway, so the first, and I want to do a review on this too as well. But the first novel is pretty much just about how she grew up. It's a lot about her father who was there but not really there, and how she just had a really not great upbringing, but she talks about it in such a like interesting light. But anyway, so then I have another book that I bought at that bookstore that I told you guys about that closed down. Andrew's Books, I think it's what it's called, but I have The Great Gatsby. I did watch the movie with Leo DiCaprio, and that's part of the reason why I bought this book. I've had friends tell me that they didn't really like this book. I mean, it's a classic, and not a lot of people are like really into classics. I myself am. Maybe that's just because I'm like, sorry, it hit my head. Anyway, maybe it's just because I'm like Miss English literature woman. But anyway, give me a minute, please. Stand by. Anyway, I'm just gonna. Because I'm getting kind of tired, guys, I'm gonna sit down for this. Okay. Anyway. Oof, Jesus. Anyway, so you guys are still in. Okay, so yeah, I'm just really into classic literature. But yeah, got that. I haven't read it yet. I will. I promise. You guys gotta hold me to reading these books, okay? They just can't sit here collecting dust. Anyway, my friend gave me this one as well. It's called Orphan Train by Christina Baker Clean. Sorry, I got really tired for a minute there. I don't know what it's about. It looks interesting. Sorry, I'm so not in frame. I'm like trying to like hold this correctly, but like I'm right behind the camera and I'm sitting down at the same time. Just bear with me. Also, I realized that my nails are not the best right now. It's fine. Anyway, so this one I bought myself, and I actually got it from my local library. The Secret Garden. I know what it's about. I've seen so many interpretations of it. I've just never read this novel, and I would like to read it. Anyway, so then we have another textbook, which the textbooks, the reason why they're YAs is because it's a YA English literature class that's meant for teachers, but I just decided to take it because I'm like, yeah, I get to read more YA books. But it is called The Exit West by Martho Hamid. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at names, but I like the cover. It looks really, really interesting. It's also one of those covers that's like soft touch. So like, I'm not a huge like contemporary fan because I feel like this is a contemporary novel. Sorry, am I being like biased towards like book covers? But I feel like I would like this novel. And then this one I did buy at a bookstore as well, and it is Never Wake, and I also bought it because of the cover. Are you noticing a trend? Anyway, so Never Wake by Amy Plume. It just looks really interesting. Plus there's a carousel, and I don't like it. Just, and I also read the back too. I don't remember what it's about, but it just seemed really interesting. So my arm is getting tired. Anyway, so then we have this guy. So you're probably wondering, is this another textbook? No, it's not. I actually bought this, and the library just never took off this thing. So yeah, I actually have 2 copies of this now because also the English class that I'm taking also had us have us reading this novel. So it's just Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I actually do own Pride and Prejudice and a couple of other stories from Jane Austen. They're just not with me right now because they're with a friend. So yeah, this, I really don't want to read this before I read Pride and Prejudice, but I'm probably going to have to just because of the class. But I will do a review on it soon. So yeah, I got that at a library. And then we're not going to go into this because I feel like this is probably the weirdest thing to ever have on your bookshelf. But this is the only dictionary that I own, and it is just 100 Dreams Interpreted. I have never read this. It's also from Barnes & Noble Books, apparently. I never knew that. But this was a book that my mom had, and I am meaning to use it for my actual own personal writing because I want to write a novel that has to do with that. Anyway, so I guess we can go through this stuff. So what I just took down from up here is just kind of papers that I have that are like concept art for things. And then one of my professors just gave me these like the Writer's Chronicle type magazines. Yeah, so they just gave me that. And then also I have another textbook here, and I don't really remember what this is. Oh, it's Miss Marvel, and I believe it's a comic. Yeah, it's a comic, and it's also another textbook. So yeah. But anyway, so next we have one of my other favorite novels that I don't own, and it is another textbook, but it is Feed, and I currently just did a review about this, and I don't know if it's up yet. It probably isn't. I love this novel. Oh my god, guys. I feel like not that many people, I haven't heard people talk about this. I didn't even know it was a YA novel. So this is such a great novel. It's like similar to Ready Player One, but a little bit different. A little bit more, like if Ready Player One is nostalgia, this is like old school, if that makes sense. It's such a great novel, and I am gonna buy it at some point. Really like it. And then my friend gave me this, and I didn't realize that Stephenie Meyer wrote this novel, and it is just The Host. And yeah, I've always wanted to read this, and I never knew that she wrote it, and it's interesting. So I haven't read it. It's really big. But anyway, so then we go on to When We Collide by Lord, I can't remember what their first name is. Sorry. But anyway, if you're wondering why there's no cover on it, it's because I don't own this book, and it's also a textbook. I was not a huge fan of this. I think it's just because it was a contemporary novel. I'm not really into contemporary stuff, especially if the story just has to do with like solely a relationship. Just because simple stories based solely on relationships. Anyway, so then we have another book that my friend gave me, and it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I am so surprised that she gave me this because I know she really, really, really loved this novel. I will probably be reading it at some point, and I can actually use, where is it? Can you guess? Can you guys guess what bookmark I will be using with this book? This one. For sure. Yeah, when I read that, I'm gonna read it with the bookmark that matches it. But yeah, so I don't think she wrote in this, so maybe I'll try my annotation on this. But yeah, I did see the movie. It almost made me cry, but not entirely. I sucked those tears back in, literally. But yeah, if you don't know what Fault in Our Stars is about, it's about a girl and a boy who both have cancer, I believe. I think one of them has cancer, and it's just pretty much based off of their relationship. Yes, I know how it ends, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. That was the part that almost kind of made me cry, but yeah. So, I don't know. Let me know if I should do a review on this, because I know a lot of people really liked it, and the novel that I really want to read from John Green is Paper Towns. I haven't bought the book yet, but we shall see. Anyway, so then we have this motivational book. My cousin likes to give me motivational books, so I have 2 of them. But this is just Perfectly Yourself, Discovering God's Dream for You, by Matthew Kelly. I'm not a religious person, and I only really have this up here for aesthetic reasons, because it looks pretty next to these books. Then we have this other book that my other friend gave me. I don't believe she ever read it, and this is another contemporary book, and I have a feeling I'm not going to like this book, because as you know, I don't really like love relationships. I don't mind them in stories when they're not like the main plot, you know what I mean? But this is just, this is called Through to You by Lauren Barnholdit. Yeah, it's interesting that the title isn't like in caps. I've never seen a title like that before, where the title isn't in caps. That's very, very interesting. It's all in lowercase, but I've never read it before. I don't really know what it's about. I probably will end up reading it. And then we have another textbook, and it is Hole in My Life by Jack Gantos, and this is also another memoir. This is another textbook. It wasn't that bad. We had to read this back to back with the other novel, Monster. So this is pretty much the same story, but it's a true story, and it's about this author who pretty much committed a crime by smuggling drugs and went to jail for it, and he did it because he wanted to make extra cash so that he could go to college and make a decent living. So he actually went to jail, and he wrote a book about it. So pretty much same story as the other one, but kind of a different outcome, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. I didn't really pay attention to a lot of it, but it wasn't that bad, which was nice. I don't think I would buy it though, but aside from that. Anyway, so we're gonna go and look at this little corner over here. So I just have another blue flower up here, and then we have my other Funko Pop figure. For anybody who doesn't know what this is another character from the same TV show, and her name is Ugra, and I love her so much. She is so detailed and so cool looking. Oh my god. So she's a completely different creature than the other one. I don't remember what kind of creature they name her after, but she's pretty much just like the interpretation of like the mother of the earth that the story takes place on. She is amazing. I love her. Love her so much. Anyway, so then here's another inspirational book, and I got this for my birthday from my same cousin, and it's called Resisting Happiness. So I got this on my 21st birthday, and I was just like, that is great. And I'm pretty sure it's by the same author. Is it? Wait. Yeah. Well, would you look at that? Resisting Happiness, a true story about why we sabotage ourselves, feel overwhelmed, set aside our dreams, and lack the courage to simply be ourselves, and how to start choosing happiness again. Winky face. So when I saw this for my birthday, I was just like, ooh, sorry. Ooh, And then my cousin was just like, it's not what you think. And I'm like, well, what is it then? Because it says resisting happiness. Anyway, so, never read it. Use it for aesthetic reasons, clearly. Then we have Dracula, which I would like to buy. This is another textbook, as you can tell. And I did read it. I didn't completely finish the ending, and I want to finish the ending. It's actually a really good, it's actually a really, really, really good book. This is one of the first ever retellings of vampires in an actual novel. It's the original, and I would love to buy it one day. I really, really like it. Like I said, I am kind of into classical literature every now and then. And then here's another one of my favorite novels, and I believe I did a review of this one too, and as you can tell, I don't own this because it's a textbook, and it doesn't have the cover on it, which is very, very sad, but it is Marcello in the Real World, and it is a really great novel. It's about a boy who has characteristic, like some characteristic behavior similar to Asperger's syndrome, and it's pretty much just how he's very young. It takes place over the course of a summer, and he is put to work in the real world, and kind of his dad is pretty much just trying to see if like he can be on his own, kind of, in a sense. And for shadowing, he is the most level-headed character in the whole entire book, for the most part. Really, really loved this book. It was really, really great. And I did a painting. Well, I did an art piece while listening to this, and it kind of reflected my art piece. But anyway, so I also own another copy of this. I own double copies now. I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. But anyway, so I have the smaller version of this because I bought it when I was in a book club in my high school. So I have a smaller version of it, but I loved this book so much. For anybody who has not read this, please go out and read it. I saw the movie before I watched it, and I was so sad. Oh my god, I was so heartbroken. But this was my friend's version, and she gave it to me, and I'm like, you didn't read it. I know she didn't read it because there's no way she didn't read it. I know she didn't read it. But it's Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. And this is such an amazing book, guys. It's so, so, so great. Please read this. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil too much about that. Also in the movie, one of my favorite actors plays William. Love him. But anyway, so this is actually my real copy that I owned and I bought. But this is the second book, and it is After You. And no, I did not buy it for $25. No, I didn't buy it for 20% off. I got this at a library as well. So it was like 90-something cents or something like that. I'm kind of really sad that they made a second book because I know what it's about. And spoilers. But yeah, I know what it's about. And I kind of wish that that the author just made the one book. But anyway, so then we have the last book on this shelf, which is The Help Deluxe Edition by Catherine Scottent. And this I also got at the library as well, and I bought it. I feel like when I say library, I have to say I bought this at the library because people are probably going to just be like, you stole these books from the library. No, I didn't. But yeah, haven't seen the movie, but I really wanted to read the book because I heard the movie I heard the movie was really, really great. So yeah, I am gonna read that soon. Anyway, so we're gonna go to the second shelf up above, but let me fix this area and then we will get to that part. So be right back. And we're back. So here we are. I'm gonna move the little, I don't know what you would call this little decoration thing that I got at a dollar store for Halloween so that I could decorate my bookshelf with. Anyway, so I'm just going to move that out of the way, and we're going to get to the little decorations that I have here, just making sure that I'm, what do you call it, filming. Anyway, so I have more blue flowers. I'm just going to put them down here, and then I have these little green things that I just decorate my bookshelf with, and also I take pictures of whenever I'm doing like book pics for my Instagram. I got these at the dollar store as well. And then I got this at Marshall's, and it's pretty much just a sand timer thing. I forget what these are called. Future me will probably end up knowing. But yeah, it's so cool, and it does work. So they had different kinds, and they also had small ones too, but I really liked this one. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to use this for when I read so that I can like time myself. But I'm just going to set this down on the floor for now, and then we're going to get into these books. So this one, I don't know if I have double copies of. I feel like I do. I have to make sure that I'm in frame here. But anyway, so this one is The Book Thief by Marquez Zuxis. I cannot say the library again that I bought. Maybe. I don't remember if this is... Yeah, this is a novel. It's not a poetry book. I thought it was. But anyway, so... And it's by the author Brent Wharton, and I don't remember what this is about. I bought it specifically because of the cover. I thought it was really cool. Anyway, so 50 Shades of Grey. The reason why I say infamous is because I don't know why I bought this. I got this at a Goodwill. I have Virginia Woolf, and it's To the Lighthouse, and I've heard of this author, but I've never heard of this novel. She also gave me this novel as well, Before I Fall, and I love Lauren Oliver so much. I have the whole entire series of the Lunar Chronicles along with like the standalone books that came with it as well. I love her work so much, and I was thinking about reading Before I Fall. I can tell my friend really liked this book. And then I have Where She Went. I actually do own If I Stay, and I did watch the movie before I read the book. The book wasn't... It was okay. It's an okay novel. I feel like ever since... Because I read this book when I was really young, and like now that I've read so many books, I kind of feel indifferent towards the book. I mean, it's okay, but it's not my favorite. I don't know why I bought the second book, because I don't really think I'm gonna like it. But this one I bought at a bookstore, and it was made into a movie recently. But it's Ashes in the Snow, fully. And then this is a book that I've read. And I've also did a review on this, so go check that out if you want to. But it is Prodigy by Marie Lu. I don't know if I'm going to read the rest of the series. I probably will, but I won't end up buying the books just because it's not for my demographic, I guess. I feel like I should have read these books when I was younger, just because I don't really relate to them, and I'm kind of just like, this kind of feels very like young teen angsty. But anyway, on a different shelf. But this is You, and I'm also going to bring out these two because I wish I got the original, but I didn't. Anyway, so I got this one at Barnes & Noble because I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot that this TV show was a book. And I did watch the show before I read the book. That always happens to me, and I don't know why. But anyway, so back of this, and I didn't see the cover of it, because if I had seen the cover, it would have been obvious to me, no duh, because clearly Netflix. But anyway, so I was reading the back of it, and then when I read... Joe Goldberg is no stranger to hiding bodies. When I first heard the first line, I was kind of just like, why does this sound familiar? And then I looked, and then I was just like, oh, that's why. So yeah, I really do love the TV show, and I wanted to read the book so badly because I relate to Joe. Not relate to him, but like, I like him. And I know that's the point of the story, and the show is to make you kind of like him. But anyway, when I found this, I was just like, I have to get You. So I got the original, or one of the originals. There's multiple covers. It's so, like, sometimes I just want to have the original, and then I'm kind of just like, oh, but I'm torn between like other ones. But anyway, so yes, You by Keppens, if that's how you say your name. I cannot do names for the life of me. Anyway, these books are out of order, which is great. But anyway, so I have these little pumpkins that are made out of yarn that I made a long time ago, my freshman year of college. So we're just going to put those over there. And then I have this little Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas cactus. Like the movie. This is The Infinite Sea, and this is the second book. I do have the first book, and I have it in hard copy. And I don't know why I bought this one in regular. But anyway, so I heard really great things about this, and it is turned into a movie, and I have yet to see it. And I really have tried so hard not to watch it. We have Fade to Black by Frances Knight. And then we have the infamous Twilight series. I'm not going to pull these out because you know what the covers look like. I believe I got 3 of these. I can't remember which ones. Okay, I got these 3, the ones with the stickers. I got them at the library. And then I got this one at my local bookstore in town. We have My Little Paris Candle. And then this is another book that's a textbook. The Arrival from Shun Tan, called Falling White. And it looked really cool because I'm like, ooh, it looks like it's about cyborgs in the woods, hopefully. But I did read a little bit about it, and it is by J.S. Pendergast. That name sounds very familiar, and I don't know why. Speaking of, so this is by Christine White, and it is Slayer, and it is supposedly from the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but it is Stalking Jack the Ripper. And then we're gonna get into another novel that I have never read, but I bought it specifically because of the author. So if you've never read the series Nightshade, please go read it. It's such a great book, and I own those books as well. And they're so great. And Andrea Cremer wrote the novels, and I thought she hadn't come out with any more books, but I think she recently got married, because I found this at the bookstore along with You, and I was kind of just like, oh my god, like, I can't believe that's her. Anyway, so it is Forged in Fire and Stars, and now her name is Andrea Robertson. So I feel like I've been deceived, but anyway, so yeah, praise for Andrea Robertson's Nightshade series, and I was just like, oh my god, like, she did come out with more books. So yeah, she is a really great author. I love her novels. Also, I've never looked at the Feedback, a news flash novel by Mira Grant. Like, it was gonna be more crime based, and I'm trying to get into crime novels again. As you can tell, I'm gonna pull out here, and I own the original of this. I own the original cover, but it's with my friend right now. But this is Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's the collector's edition. I believe it's the 10th anniversary edition, and I love this thing. It comes in this book sleeve thing, and I think the artwork is so pretty. And it just, that is so beautiful. I love these like embossed engravings, and this is supposed to be Feyre, and then I'm not gonna talk about this character, but anyway, so yeah, and then it just has like this interior, which is really pretty, and as you can see, I had a bookmark in here. But anyway, so I was gonna reread this for this YouTube channel, and I still am gonna do that. We're gonna go up to the 3rd level, and then we'll go to my other bookshelf, but be right back. First off, I have this little book fan mark thing. It's a book fan, as you can tell, and I love it. It's so adorable. I got this at the same bookstore that closed down, and I don't know what book it's referring to, but I got it because it's so adorable. I love it. It came with my copy of Lady Midnight, from the Dark Artifices. I don't know how you say the name, because I feel like I've been saying it wrong for like the past like 4 years. I said it artifacts, but it's not. It's something else, and I can't remember how you pronounce it. But anyway, so it came with this, and I almost didn't get it in the mail because it got lost at my old dorm room. But anyway, so it's just a picture book, and it just has a bunch of images in it, and it is illustrated by Cassandra Jean, and she's one of my favorite illustrators. I love her work. She also did the Flower books, and I have those two as well. They're amazing. I love this kind of stuff, guys. And this is one of my favorite quotes from the series as well. One must always be careful of books and what is inside them, for words have the power to change us. And this was said by Tessa Gray from Clockwork Angel, and I love this novel. Oh my god, I love it so much. And I believe that's supposed to be Tessa and Will on the cover as well. So, yep. And then I have a feeling this thing is gonna fall. But anyway, so I have this thing, and I know it's ripped. I don't know why I kept the box, but it came with all of this stuff, and I do have like 2 of these like Shadow Ruin necklaces. But anyway, so, and I have the magnets on my fridge, and the tattoos are still in here, and I think the little book thing is in here as well. But this was pretty much just from the novel, not the novel, the movie adaptation of City of Bones, and it's just a little novel, not a little novel, it's just a little image book of different characters. I don't know why I kept this, but anyway, so I just have that in here. Then first we have this book that I also got at the dollar store, and I have not watched the movie yet because I didn't realize it was based on a book, and I'm gonna read this book. But it is Valoran and the City of a Thousand Planets. So I don't know if this is the full novel or just the recap of the movie. But yeah, I thought this movie would have been really interesting to watch, and I haven't watched it yet. So we're gonna read that soon. And then you're probably wondering, Why do you only have the, I believe the third, is this the third? Another flower. Why you only have the third and the fifth book of the Game of Thrones series. And it's because I got these for free at my English department because somebody just left the third and the fifth collection there. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna grab them. So now I just have them and they're just here. And I'm probably never gonna read them unless I read the first and the second and the fourth and the third. I don't even know how many books are in this series, but anyway. So then we have this little necklace, actually. I believe it's a necklace, but anyway, so my friend gave this to me about a year or so ago, and it is pretty much just a, I can't even see it. It's a Hunger Games watch. It doesn't work though, ironically. But yeah, it's a Hunger Games watch, and it just has a little symbol on it. I think it's just supposed to represent Plutarch's watch. I love this thing. It's so cute, and I just use it as a decoration. It also has a little, I believe the watch will work, but I haven't fixed it. I don't know how to fix it. But anyway, it has a little, like, archer's bow and arrow on it. Anyway, and I also really like the detail that's on the back of this thing. It's so cool. But I don't even know where she got it from. I want to get more jewelry that's like book related. I really want to get Tessa's angel. I've been wanting to get that thing for a while. Anyway, so then I have my Hunger Games series. I believe I bought all of these at, yeah, I bought all of these at a bookstore a while ago. And then these were the first ever books that I ever bought in my whole entire life. And they were also the books that got me into reading. I want to make a video about that one day, but anyway. So yeah, Clockwork, it's out of order, clearly. I must have, when I organized these books, I didn't put them in the right order. But anyway, so I have Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess. I wish I had these two in hardcover, but at the same time, I'm also like, I don't want to let them go, because like these were my childhood ones. As you could tell, they were very loved, but I love the covers of these so much. I brought these with me to college because I was like, I can't live without these, so I brought them with me. But this is my favorite series of all time, specifically because of Will and Tessa and Jim and pretty much all the characters. Like, I cannot hate a single character in the whole entire franchise in general, but specifically in this franchise, because I'm both team Wessa and team Jessa. I'm team everything. Okay, I love these books so much. But anyway, so let's move on to the next book. This is pretty much just like this shelf is mostly just books that I really like, or just books that like I didn't know where to put. So all of these books I do really like, except for The Hunger Games. I'm kind of indifferent towards it. But anyway, so Cassandra is one of my favorite novelists, one of my favorite writers. I own every single one of her books except for The Shadow Market. That is the only book that I do not own from her, is The Shadow Market. Every other book I own. Anyway, so we'll get into that. But here I have some more decorations. So if you don't know where this is from, I have a hoodie also from this play, but it is from Wicked, and this is Glenda's wand, and it says popular on it. I wish I had gotten, can't remember what her wand instead, because hers was green, and I don't think they sell these anymore, but I really wanted to get that one instead. But anyway, so I got this when I was really young, and it came with like a little sleeve thing, and I think it's really cute. But yeah, this is the only wand I will ever have. I think part of the reason why I don't like this is because it's pink. It's made out of wood as well, and it just has like little gemstones on it, but it's so adorable. Anyway, then we have this guy, and I think one time somebody had asked me, like, was this Shadowhunter related? It is. These pretty much go in your hair. These are not book related. They're actually based off of Wonder Woman, her sword. So you just put these in your hair. But anyway, so I got these because I thought that they looked cool. I'm not a huge fan of Wonder Woman, but I think they really look cool, and I do put them in my hair every now and then. So I'm not going to show you everything that's in this pouch, but they are all illustrated from Cassandra Jean. I always get their names confused because it's Cassandra Clare and Cassandra Jean, but I know Cassandra Clare's name is an alias. I can't remember. I don't remember her real name, and I don't remember if I can pronounce her real name either. But anyway, so I got these when they first came out, and I think that they came out with more of them, and I really want to get those too. But anyway, these are tarot cards, and they have all the suits, and it just has all the characters from, I believe, all the way from The Infernal Devices to the Dark, I cannot pronounce the name, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep saying Dark Artifacts because it just sounds better, Dark Artifacts. But anyway, so yeah, all the way from then to there, those novels. It doesn't have Chain of Gold in it because Chain of Gold did not come out when these came out, but yeah, they're really cool and I like them. So I keep them for display purposes. I wish I could display all of them like just in a case, it would be so cool, but I think they're really, really cool. Anyway, so then we have my Chain of Gold novel, and a lot of the other books that I have in the series, I wish I could have kept all of these with me, but all the other books that I have are with a friend right now, so they're not here, but I have Chain of Gold. I love the cover for this. Oh my god, I can't not wait to read this. But yeah, it's part of the Last Hour series, collector's edition, as always. I would love to get more collector's editions. But at the same time, also, I believe she does update her website, so even if you don't get her collector's editions, a lot of times after a year or so, she'll put up the like little extras on there. So there are a lot of extras. You can find them on the internet. It's not like you need to get the collector's editions. I'm just kind of like, I have a pet peeve about that kind of stuff. But anyway, so it's all in order. So then we have City of Heavenly Bones. Not Heavenly. This is City of Heavenly Fire. This is City of I cannot say it. City of Bones. Gotta love that tried and true old cover, don't ya? Yeah, this is my original copy. I cannot believe that I still have this guy. Oh my god, the pages are turning yellow. Don't you just love that? Oh my god. But anyway, so I had 2 copies of this, and one of them got ruined. So now I just have this copy, and it's the City of Heavenly Fire. I took these 2 with me to college because I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna take them. And to be honest, I missed all my other ones. I really want them back so badly. But anyway, so then we have like this just random thing that I have here. And then we have these 2 collector's editions. They're both the 10th anniversary editions. This is Clockwork Angel, and then this is City of Bones. And I love these things. Oh my god. But they have a little quote in the back. This one says, "This is your true self, Tessa. This power is who you are." I kind of wish that they had put the other quote that I really like that she said, because I think that one's a little bit better. But oh my god, look at the cover artwork of this thing. It's so pretty. And then it just has Tessa in the front, and I love the artwork. Oh my god, Cassandra Jean, outdo yourself every time. Like, I love it. And then you have Will. I kind of wish that there was Jim. Ooh, I kind of wish that there was Jim somewhere in the middle. That would be so amazing. But sadly, there isn't. But yeah, it does have like some of like, there's Tessa, and then it does have like the images of each character, which is amazing, and I think it's so cute. Sophie is another one of my favorite characters too as well. Wait, is Jim not in here? Please tell me he is. Yeah, he is. There he is. Oh my god. Yeah, I love those characters so much. I even love Jessamy. She's also one of my favorite characters as well. And then here is the 10th anniversary edition of City of Heavenly. Why do I keep saying City of Heavenly? City of Bones. So it's a little bit different, the cover. And then this one, instead, it says, "All the stories are true." So they're all true. They're all true. Yeah, and then this one, it's weird because this one has the gold on it, and then this one doesn't. I kind of actually like the regular more than I like the gold. But this one also has artwork as well. Here is Clary, and then here is Jace. So yeah, so adorable, and I love it so much. Oh my god. And then yeah, and then it has a little map of New York, I believe, right? It's New York, if I remember. And then it has like other things in it as well, like it has this. That's why I like these things so much. Why I like the collector's stuff is because it has like little extra snippets. I mean, you probably could find the stuff online anyway, but yeah. So that's my whole entire bookshelf. Yeah, so we're gonna get into the other part of my book collection that you'll get to see in a little bit here, but be right back. So, the next section is, sorry I didn't put this in the organization stuff for you guys, but here it is. Anyway, so we have The Secret. This was a book from my mom. Haven't read it. Then we have mostly textbooks. So from here, yeah, all these textbooks. Textbooks, we have Socrates. No, we have the three. We have a old piece of literature. Then we have Zombie Apocalypse Now. And then Pride and Prejudice again because it's a textbook. And then we have The Song Is You. And then August Wilson, The Piano Lesson. And then this one, I believe my friend gave me. It's Then Again. Never heard of it. This is another textbook. These two are textbooks. The Storytelling Animal, and then Sherlock Holmes. I would like to buy Sherlock Holmes at one point. And then this is like stuff about herbs, I think. My friend gave me that. And then American Born Chinese. This is another textbook. And then A Step from Heaven. There's another textbook. Sorry, and then we have Eat, Pray, Love, which my friend gave me. Approval Junkie, she gave me this one as well. And then I Am Legend, which is another textbook. And then these three are textbooks. This is The Absolute True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. And then this one is Brown Girl Dreaming. And then this one is Zone 1. And then this one I love. I bought, of course, Queen of Air and Darkness. And the other books are with my friend right now. And then we have Keep Faith, which my friend gave me, and she gave me these two as well. This one is the Genius of an Early English Teacher. And this is a Demi Lovato biography that she gave me. And then also, I didn't want to mention this, but it is a library book, and it's just A Court of Mist and Fury that I've been meaning to read. But I have to read the first novel again to remember what the heck was in this series. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much all of the books over here. Over here I just have like a bunch of school supply stuff, and then also I was gonna put my other like coloring books and like Sudoku and also like my note-taking stuff for when I read. And my friend gave me a lot more notebooks as well, so I'm probably gonna end up putting that stuff there. But anyway, so yeah. Okay, so I reorganized this shelf, sort of. I'm just gonna reorganize it as I go and talk to you guys about the books that I have. So right now in the back I have this novel, which my friend gave me. I'm not sure if it's a novel or a poetry book. And then this is a Library of World Poetry. And then I have Edgar Allan Poe Complete Tales and Poems, and I bought that at Barnes & Noble. So those two are for my friend. This one I bought at Barnes & Noble. I also bought this one at Barnes & Noble a long time ago. It's a collector's edition. I also bought it along with Jane Austen's novels, but this is a bunch of novels from 5 of them from Charles Dickinson. I've been meaning to read. And then we have Stephen King's It. I want to get more novels from Stephen King. I want to get Dead Zone along with Gerald's Game. I had seen the movies on most of his stories, and I did see it, and I want to read it soon. Got this at my local bookstore, and then these ones I got at Barnes & Noble as well. So they're just collector's editions. So we have Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, Beauty and the Beast, and other classic fairy tales, and then Hans Christian Andersen's classic fairy tales. So it's just a bunch of fairy tale stories that are collector's editions, and I love them. They're very, very pretty. So yeah, and then we're gonna get into the next layer of books that we have. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I never know how to end these videos. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or like wondering where I got some of these things from, I could leave them down below. But I am going to be doing a future bookshelf tour video, so I can probably talk about all the things that I have on this shelf. Like, I'm also always looking for more book recommendations along with any video ideas. If there's anything that I can talk about on this channel, I will for the most part. Anything relating to books, movies, TV shows, anything like that, greatly appreciate it. Also, go check out my Instagram. I recently made a new Bookstagram, and I'm trying to upload more on that account, and I'm probably gonna end up posting this guy here on that account soon too as well. So yeah. So you can get a better close-up look of all of the books that I have on my bookshelf. But anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. I'm really glad that I can actually continue doing these videos because my schedule has been very busy, and I haven't, like I said, I haven't been feeling too well because of allergies. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye.